Hi, it's Monique, the work from home mogul. Today I'm going to give you my 5 tips on increasing focus and concentration. And today's special guest is Girl Who Forgets Every Holiday. What holiday? We're not talking about holidays today. We're going to talk about increasing our focus and concentration. So focus and concentrate on staying with us after this quick intro. When you're working from home, you want to use your time wisely to get the most done. And that means allotting the time for certain activities and focusing solely upon them. Because you can have a great to-do list, but you're not effectively executing your to-do list if you're all over the place. There is a great way to multitask. We went over that as well. But again, if you have 2 tasks that need your undivided attention, trying to do them at the same time actually wastes more time than to be productive. Focusing your mind is a great way to save time. And when you're a small business owner, time is money. Let's jump right in. Having a good focused mind means having a well-optimized body. Taking care of your body, your nutrition, your fitness activity, and your sleep. Now, this could all be talked about separately. It could be its own 3 focus tips, but we don't have all day, so we're just going to clump them together. Having an adequate amount of sleep, feeding your body nutrients that optimize your brain, and physical fitness and activity, which also does good things for your brain, just to sum it up. But really, out of the 3, sleep is so important. Like, if you are just groggy and sleep deprived, like your mind, and I'm sure you know this from any all-nighters that you pulled or any trying to go to the club and then go to work right after, you know that your mind just wants to shut off and go to sleep if you're sleep deprived. Physical fitness not only helps your cardiovascular system and helps you be able to continue to move year after year because you're moving your body, it also increases neuroplasticity in the brain, which means it gets those wires firing and keeps you alert. Even just 5 minutes in the morning of like getting your heart rate up, some jumping jacks, anything is going to be beneficial to you. Just having a mind that's alert, having a mind that works and that receives the information and that you're able to process it because you're keeping moving. So, of course, if you're able to do more, go running, 30 minutes of cardio, yoga, which also reduces stress, like all of these things not only help your mind, but help your body, which also helps your mind. And then eating. I mean, if you don't eat, you know what your mind's going to be doing, thinking about eating. So obviously, eating is good. But then there's also brain food. You can find some resources below about just how to treat your body right so that your mind is focused. You know, as an adult, as a business owner, there's things that we can do to boost our brain activity just by the simple green nutrients and minerals, things that are good for our body, but also good for our mind. We did go over some videos about sleep and nutrition and even physical fitness, so you can refer back to those. Stress reduction is another huge factor in focus. Just removing yourselves from situations that induce stress and also how to cope with it. So some of the physical fitness like breathing techniques, yoga, anything relaxing helps to slow down the heart rate and reduce the stress hormones that make you feel tense and like make your mind stray from focus into like panic mode. Remove yourself or try to distance yourself from stress-inducing activities such as watching horror stories before you go to sleep. It's not a good idea to get your heart rate running, and then you're trying to go to sleep, and then you're not sleeping, and then you're waking up and you can't focus. Distractions cause stress. If you can limit the amount of distractions you have, obviously you're going to be focusing on whatever you want to focus on, but you're also going to just not get yourself into a stressful situation. So there are certain times when you can be on social media because that is very distracting. There's a certain amount of times when you can accept phone calls. If you have a certain amount of time allotted to one thing, the other thing should go away so that you're not distracted by them and then stressed that the activity you were supposed to be doing is not getting done. My third tip is taking inventory of where is your mind wandering. This can be pretty fun because you can see what am I focusing on or what am I not focusing on. It's a simple exercise where all you need to do is have an alarm go off at the top of every hour. You can do this from 9 to 9, 10 to 10, any good chunk of time. Just a bell that rings on your phone or your Alexa, and when it goes off, having a pen and paper ready to see. Were you thinking about the past, the present, the future? The more that you're focused into the present, the more that you're focused. If you are interested in taking this challenge with me, there will be a video coming up that will go over taking inventory of the mind and seeing where did our mind wander during the day. It could be at the top of every hour or half hour, whatever it is, and just having a little piece of paper and pen ready to see what were you thinking about. Was there some self-talk that was bad? Were you in a state of anxiousness by what's going to happen in the future? Were you in a state of regret of something that you should have done before? Where are you at? And then once you have the awareness, you can then address it to get yourself more focused in the present moment. My next tip is practicing focus. We never really took a concentration class, like when, in grade school they would tell you just focus, but did they tell you how? I don't think so. It's something that you just had to try to do. You had to try to not think about other things. Try to not be bored when something boring was going on. So the way that you can practice focus is practice paying attention to something boring until you get the time to increase. So we're going to do this right now. We're going to do 30 seconds of just listening to ourselves breathe in and out. This is boring, but that's the point. If you could do 30 seconds, then maybe you can get it up to a minute. Maybe you can get it up to 2 minutes, 5 minutes. Holy crap. Then this is basically meditation. Chakrashila, what are you doing? We don't have time for you right now. Listen, we'll do a whole thing about meditation some other time. Right now, we're just talking about small activity to focus. We're going to bookmark this time in the video so you can come back. You can keep clicking it, do 30 seconds and then click it again, do 30 seconds. But it's kind of just listening to this oceanic wave of in and out and just trying to stay focused on the breath. Let's do it. My final tip is to remove multiple electronic devices from your situation. I can do this. I'm equipped to give you this advice because I could be at a dinner table without having my phone. And that's an accomplishment these days. If you find yourself in front of a TV with a tablet or a computer and doing multiple at the same time, this is not good. Your brain is focused on too many things at the same time. So you're conditioning your brain to be overstimulated. So what you need to do is condition your brain to focus on one thing at a time, which means remove multiple devices all at the same time so that your brain isn't short-circuiting. Think about it as your brain hooked up to different machines. You don't want it hooked up to different machines at the same time. It's not good. Multitasking is fine. Like if you are in the shower and singing, cool. If you are brushing your teeth and doing squats, awesome. If you're listening to an audiobook and drawing, okay. But not if you're trying to type a letter while you're watching this YouTube video. Or if you're watching this YouTube video and then you're also scrolling on social media. If you are doing that right now, please stop. I think the easiest way to do this is just to have your devices in separate corners. Have your phone plugged in on one end and your computer on the other. If you need to check something, walk over to the phone, do it, then go back and have separate stations for separate devices. This will train your brain that its job is to focus and process one activity at a time. Girl who forgets every holiday, how do you focus? Wait, what are we talking about? What's going on? How do you focus on remembering holidays? Oh no. Wait, what did you say? What holiday? It seems like these activities might benefit you. If they benefit you, work from home bodies, let us know. Take that challenge with me. Make sure you're subscribed and you have that notification bell on for next week's video so we can powwow and see what happens. See you then. Is today a holiday? Wait a minute. Where am I?